Tansapara nahi nija sukha anurodham tadapi badhaya sukha badila virodha. Translation: the gopis have no inclination for their own enjoyment, and yet their joy increases. That is indeed a contradiction. 89, 189. Eviroderaika matra deki samadhanam gopi kara sukha Krishna sukhe paryavasanam. Translation: for this contradiction, I see only one solution. The joy of the gopis lies in the joy of the beloved Krishna. Purport: My Divine Grace,
Mataji, can we share on the screen so we can see?
I don't know how to do the screen share. If somebody can.
Okay, all right.
Now let me just see if they can.
Okay, then I will do it on my phone. That's okay.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. It's 189, okay?
Did you see a green arrow in the middle in your screen? Share. There is a button called share, the green arrow, top arrow.
Oh yeah, right. Yes.
Just click on it, share, and then you can share your whatever the browser. Yeah, stuff.
It is a desktop.
Yeah.
Desktop share. To share the screen. Okay. Can you see now, Prabhu and Mataji's? Hare Krishna?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Mataji, if you cannot do it, we can do on our own phone.
Yeah, sure. Maybe that should be the fun. I did it. It just says Zoom screen thing. I gave the permission, allow the application below to record the content of the screen and audio, even while using the application. Oh, okay. Now I think. Okay. Oh God. It's asking me to leave the meeting. So I think I'm just going to allow you to just open and then do it. I need to change some settings. That's the reason. So I'll just get back. Perhaps you can just do your, phone record.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem.
Thank you. Again, it's Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, verse number 189. I'm doing the purport right now. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The situation of the gopis is perplexing, for although they did not want personal happiness, it was imposed upon them. The solution of this perplexity is that Sri Krishna's sense of happiness is limited by the happiness of the gopis. Devotees at Vrindavan therefore try to serve the gopis, namely Radharani and her associates. If one gains the favor of the gopis, he easily gains the favor of Krishna, because on the recommendation of the gopis, Krishna at once accepts the service of a devotee. Lord Chaitanya therefore wanted to please the gopis instead of Krishna, but his contemporaries misunderstood him, and for this reason Lord Chaitanya renounced the order of a householder life and became a sannyasi. Adilila 4:190. Gopika darshane Krishna rabade Prabhulalatam Semadhurya bada yara Nahika samata. Translation: when Lord Krishna sees the gopis, his joy increases and his unparalleled sweetness increases also. 91. Amara darshane Krishna Pala eta sukha Isukhe gopira Prabhula Angamukha. Translation: the gopis think, Krishna has obtained so much pleasure by seeing me. That thought increases the fullness and beauty of their faces and bodies. 92. Gopi Shobha Deki Krishnera Shobha Bade Yatam Krishna Shobha Deki Gopira Shobha Bade Tata. Translation: the beauty of Lord Krishna increases at the sight of the beauty of the gopis, and the more the gopis see Lord Krishna's beauty, the more their beauty increases. Emata Paraspara Pade Ahudi Paraspara Pare Kriha Muka Nahi Mudi. Translation. In this way, a competition takes place between them in which no one acknowledges defeat. It's 93, 94 now. Kintu Krishna Rasuka Haya Gopi Rupa Gune Tanra Suke Sukha Vriddhi Yahi Gopi Kane. Translation. Krishna, however, derives pleasure from the beauty and good qualities of the gopis, and when the gopis see his pleasure, the joy of the gopis increases. 95, that's the last one for today. Ateva Sai Sukha Krishna Sukha Pose Ehe Tu Gopi Prema Preme Nahi Kama Doshe. Translation. Therefore, we find that the joy of the gopis nourishes the joy of Lord Krishna. For that reason, the fault of lust is not present in their love. Purport again by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. By looking at the beautiful gopis, Krishna becomes enlivened, and this enlivens the gopis, whose youthful faces and bodies blossom. This competition of increasing beauty between the gopis and Krishna, which is without limitations, is so delicate that sometimes mundane moralists mistake these dealings to be purely amorous. But these affairs are not at all mundane, because the gopis' intense desire to satisfy Krishna surcharges the entire scene with pure love of Godhead, with not a spot of sexual indulgence. Right? So these are these wonderful verses which exemplifies and glorifies the pure love that the gopis have for Krishna. We can see how intensely they want to please Krishna, and Krishna is also pleased with them, with the love that the gopis have. Their love is pure. Usually in this material world, Srila Prabhupada says the love of a mother towards a child is it comes very close to something which is so, which is done for without any selfish intention, just for the pleasure of the child. She undergoes many sacrifices. So this comes pretty. Her actions comes very close to something called love, because there is no love in this material world. Srila Prabhupada says, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj says. So then what is it? What is love? In this world, if you cannot understand what's love, what to think about the gopis' love? It's just not love, it's pure love. Pure because it is meant only for the object of their devotion and love, that's Krishna. To please him, they decorate their bodies, because they don't even think that their bodies belongs to them. The left wing gopis, which is Radharani's side, they feel that it's just Chandravali side feels that I belong to Krishna, but Radharani's group says Krishna belongs to me. So their love is so much that they say that and this body of mine belongs to Krishna. They just want Krishna to be happy. So that is their pure intention, that is the purity of their love. And all of these sections and a couple of the verses that you've been covering for many days, I'm sure you're able to see this beautiful point that Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami and Chaitanya Charitamrita is exemplifying, that their love is not at all mundane. It is meant to please Krishna. It is meant to give him satisfaction. And the reality is, even in the Bhagavatam, in some of those sections, we can see our happiness of even a jiva, that's us. Even for us to really feel happiness, true happiness lies in satisfying Krishna. Our real happiness is in the happiness of Krishna. But when we are trying to find happiness to please our senses, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of tension. Even a Brahmavadi who's just like, who's very much behind liberation, he is doing a lot of austerities, he is doing a lot of penance, everything, tapas, etc. For what? Only one reason: he wants to get liberation. He wants to go out of this world, material world. He doesn't want to be here. And why is he doing it? Because he wants to, achieve that liberation from this Dukalayam place. This place is full of misery. He wants peace from this place. That's the reason why he's doing it. But even he's also frustrated. And even a devotee, we get two kinds of devotees. One is a Sakama and one is a Nishkama. A Sakama devotee is one who is doing bhakti to please Krishna, but he has some ulterior motive. He wants perhaps material, comforts. And then he says to Krishna, hey Krishna, if this is fine, then I will do more bhakti for you. But actually, in reality, whenever there is suffering that a person is experiencing, a jiva soul is experiencing, the intensity of their bhakti is much more than when there is sukha. But then a sakama bhakta only goes to Krishna to get something from Krishna. And yet we also have a Nishkam Bhakta. The Nishkam Bhakta is doing bhakti only to please Krishna. And when Krishna says, hey, you're doing so much of bhakti, but what do you need in turn? What is your, what remuneration do you need? And then this devotee says, nothing, Krishna. I just want one thing, and that's prema. Krishna says, so you want prema, you want something from me. And the devotee says, this Nishkam devotee, he says, yes, but I need prema. For that prema that you're going to give me, it is love for yourself, right? So what pleasure do I get? The love that I'm asking for you is seva for you. I want to serve you. And when I serve you, you're going to be pleased, right? And Krishna says, yes, this is pure. So this is a Nishkama devotee who is asking for love for Krishna, a prema from Krishna. And this is just Nishkama devotee. Just think about the gopis, whose love is so pure, so what do you say? It's so rare and it's rarely achieved. The Ujjvala Prema Rasa that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give in this world is only because of that. When he realizes, I came as Krishna, I taught them how to surrender to me, but they did not understand. They missed it. So who else can give them love? I'm coming. He's coming directly from Goloka, and he's giving this pure love that is the Rajva, the love of the residents of Vrindavan. That is the love that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. So every day, every day of Brahma, around Brahma's afternoon time, around like it's around 1 o'clock time right now for Brahmaji, around like 12:31, around that time. Every day during this time, Krishna comes. Swayam Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna comes, and just after Krishna comes in Dwapar Yuga, we have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming the beginning of Kali Yuga. And then he comes just to start, not only to start this beautiful Sankirtan movement, but to give this love, which is one of the external reasons. In this particular chapter, we are dealing with what is his internal reasons. He wants to know what is this love that Radharani has. What is her experience in loving me? And also, what is the sweetness that is there in me that she's tasting? So just to understand that. And all this is because he epitomizes Radharani. Her devotion is so wonderful. So in these verses that we were seeing how Radharani, all these gopis are nothing but an expansion of Radharani, and all the queens in Mathura, in Dwarka, they are also expansions of Radharani. And in Vaikuntha, the Lakshmis are also expansions. So one is the Vaibhav Prakash and the other one is the Vilas Prakash. But then the gopis are their Radharani's own expansions. Again, just like how in the Rasa dance, Krishna expands himself to dance with the gopis. Likewise, even Radharani expands herself into many, many millions of gopis. Why? Just to give pleasure to Krishna. And it's just like how Krishna, we say that in the Bhagavatam, that from Krishna, the first expansion is Balram. From Balram came the first quadruple expansion, and then it continues. But it doesn't mean that the first quadruple expansions, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, all of them, and Narayan, they all came. And they just had a time where they just got they were born. It's not like that, but eternally they are present. But just for our understanding how they are expanded, or how who's that Mula, or who's the beginning of the Adi, which is Krishna, just to give us an understanding of that, this is explained. Likewise, it is said that Krishna was thinking, oh, I'm feeling very I want to enjoy. Just when he thought like that, then Radharani was the internal potency of Krishna. She appeared next to Krishna, and then she immediately ran and she got a flower and fetched and gave it to Krishna. Because Radha means to worship. The very word Aradhita means to worship. One who worships Krishna, to give satisfaction to Krishna. So this is how Radharani is explained. And Radharani is Radha and Krishna is the same Atma, only the single Atma, but then they are present as two bodies, just to experience happiness and experience different Leela Aswadam, that means to enjoy the different kind of Leelas. Because Krishna is Akila Rasamrita Murti. He enjoys all the different kind of rasas. He is just, he wants to enjoy. I mean, it is his very nature to be happy and to enjoy and also give happiness and pleasure to everybody else. And here we are seeing the gopis are not even thinking about their sense gratification, but they're thinking about the senses of Krishna, and that attracts Krishna even more. And then he says, for all the services that you have done, my dear gopis, I can never repay you. I can never repay you. Your service is the only compensation that you can get, because there's no way that I can even, repay you. Like in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, however, according to how they surrender to me, I reciprocate. But it just fails when it comes to pure devotees. It fails when it comes to Radharani or these wonderful gopis, because their love is just so amazing. It just beats our mundane understanding of what love is. For us, love always means that I should be happy because we put ourselves in the center. But then the gopis are keeping Krishna in the center. They've given themselves, completely surrendered themselves to Krishna. So this is just very, very different from our understanding and our mundane understanding. That's why when we see the Rasa dance pictures or when we hear about it, we just think it's purely armorous, but then it's not. That's what Prabhupada says. And today morning, a very nice class, Prabhupada is explaining of what is the meaning of a dhira. Dhira means a person who's very sober. And in this particular class, Srila Prabhupada was saying so wonderfully that Bhishma Dev, when they were doing the Rajasurya Puja, all the devotees were asking who should be the main person who we should offer this entire, all the worship to. And then it was Bhishma Dev said it should be Krishna, because if I know that I'm taken the vow of a brahmachari, celibacy, and throughout my life, that is my vow, and you all very much respect me. But I just think about Krishna. If I were to dance with all the girls like how Krishna danced in Rasa dance, I don't think so. I would be able to maintain my celibacy, but Krishna did. So that just shows how great is Krishna. So he is a dhira. He should be the one who should be worshipped. That's what Bhishma Dev said. So Prabhupada was telling. So Krishna is so pure, and he's completely so sober. Even though he was dancing with all the gopis, they were dancing the whole night. There was nothing else. So Prabhupada was saying, look at their love, look at the purity of the entire the rasa dance, the purity of the love of the gopis, and the purity of the love of Krishna towards them. It is so wonderful. It just beats any mundane logic. That is what Prabhupada was saying. So that is the quality of their love. Very, very, very pure, only for satisfaction of each other. And then it explains how wonderfully when Krishna saw that the beautiful qualities and how sweet and wonderful are the gopis, he was feeling so happy. And the gopis are thinking, oh, I'm making Krishna happy, and they're blushing and they're feeling so happy in their heart. And then just seeing them, Krishna feels more happy. And then seeing Krishna glow again, the gopis are happy. So this is like a constant competition which keeps going, and it's never ending because their love is so deep and pure. It's just never ending. But when it comes to a selfish kind of love, where it's impurity in the heart, then there is the person, conditioned soul. The only definition of love for them is I should be satisfied, where all my senses are happy, where I get all the comforts at the cost of the other person being like a slave serving me. So since it's me, there's no even conception of love, or there is no even the root of love also doesn't even take place in any mundane relationships, where it looks like the word love is just used everywhere, but it's just not that. That's why the whole idea when we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, when you think about it, this is like loving affairs. We just think, oh, it's mundane loving affairs, but it's not that. That's why Prabhupada stresses over and over again that the gopis' love is the highest, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. He was also, that's exactly what he was feeling after he got his initiation. When he was chanting the names of gopis, people just misunderstood him because they thought, oh, why is he the teacher of Sanskrit? What is he doing? Chanting gopis' name. That's when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, this is the time I need to take sannyas, and that's how everybody will respect me and what I'm saying, what I'm doing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was extraordinarily so strict with the women that they could not even come and pay obeisances at his lotus feet. They had to stay far away and then pay obeisances. He was extremely strict, but yet he was chanting the names of gopis. So just think, what is the quality and how great is that position that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was a strict sannyasi, still he was glorifying them. Still he was appreciating them. And in fact, he came to taste the love that Radharani has for Krishna. He came to experience that. So imagine how much, even for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radharani is worshipful. We see how much, even all the, she's the topmost goddess, they say, amongst everybody. Why? Even Yashoda Maya, there's this beautiful story in Vrindavan Dham that Yashoda Maya had her Krishna, and Radharani and the gopis had their Krishna, and they were all playing and dancing, the gopis. And Yashoda Maya also said, "Oh look, Radharani, my Krishna is also there. He's just come out after cow herding, and I just want to take him, but you can keep him for some time, and then you all can play with him." Then Radharani said, "Okay, it's not my problem. Okay, if my Krishna is going to be mixing up with your Krishna, I hope it's okay." Yashodamaya says, "It's fine, no problem." Then, both the Krishnas are playing and the gopis are playing. They're all are playing and enjoying and having fun. And then suddenly, Yashodamaya says, "Okay, now I need to take my Krishna. It's very late. I should give him dinner and make him sleep." And then she sees that, her Krishna is missing. Now, Yashodamaya, her love is so pure. The Vatsalya Ras that Mother Yashoda has, it's extremely pure love for the child, and she would just seeing Krishna missing, her Krishna missing, she was like, oh my God, she was feeling very, very terrible. And she just goes to Radharani, and then she falls at the feet of Radharani, and she cries at the feet of Radharani, holding her feet and saying, "Oh Radharani, oh Radhe, please, please return me my Krishna back." And Radharani says, "Oh mother, please don't do that. Please go see. Definitely your Krishna is there." When Yashodamaya goes inside again, she'll see that her Krishna is there, and Radharani's Krishna, and the gopis Krishna is also there. She'll take her Krishna back home, and then she'll be happy. But before this whole thing happens, Krishna would have told Radharani, "You see that, Mother Yashoda, I will show to the entire Rajavasis that how great is your love and how special you are, that everybody will ultimately have to fall at your feet, Radharani." And she will not understand it. So, but in this whole Leela, Krishna will enact with the gopis and Yashodamaya, just to make everybody understand that Radharani's position is way up there. Like her love is so great that everybody has to ultimately fall. So she's considered the topmost goddess for everybody in Vrindavan. That's why she's called Vrindavaneshwari. And her only business, the only thing which she feels in her heart is pleasing Krishna. She's just meant to please Krishna, and she wants to please Krishna. She's the Aladani Shakti, the pleasure-giving potency of Krishna. But yet, when we think about her as just a potency, or like, okay, pleasure-giving potency, she's just another person, but it's not like that, because Shakti and Shaktiman are the same. So there's no difference. So any object in this material world, any mundane object, it's able to stand or be present because there is some power or Shakti holding on to it. Likewise, even in spiritual world, in spiritual reality, Krishna is able to, his Swarup Shakti is Radharani. That means the Shakti which holds Krishna is that Swarup Shakti, is Radharani. So without Radharani, he cannot be there. And that's the reason why they are one and the same. And this beautiful point that one of the speakers had recently come is explaining how, when we see the deities in our temple, it is not that Radharani is like sitting at the feet of Krishna. She's also standing. She's also in the give. She's also in the position. Her pose is to give either benediction, or she's like offering to Krishna, standing next to Krishna. So it's not like she's low or high. And in fact, for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, when we are offering and worshipping, we never worship Krishna alone. We never worship Radharani alone. He's always together, like Narottam Das, Maharaj's song, beautiful, which says, "Radha Krishna Pranamora Yugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Aranahi Mora." So beautifully, he's explaining, like, my life and soul is Radha Krishna together. It's not, I cannot be without, whether I'm living or whether, in death. I cannot be without Radha Krishna. And this is the mood of a Gaudiya Vaishnava. For us, Radharani is the most worshipful object, but then she loves Radha Krishna. So, Bhaktisthana Saraswati Thakur Maharaj said, when he was taking some of his disciples across during Parikrama in Vrindavan, he said, for us, our life and soul is Radharani. But because Radharani loves Krishna, we also offer him a flower. So the mood was like we don't exclude Krishna. Of course we don't. And but yet we don't just worship Krishna Radharani alone. It's together. That is how it is. And the way the names of our temples also, we always say Shri Shri Radha Sham Sundara. So Radha's name, the Shakti, the name of the Devi Radharani, she comes first before Krishna's. Before the Shaktiman is the Shakti, because it is the Shakti which holds the Shaktiman. So that's the understanding. And even when we have a temple called where we know by chance we have Krishna's names first, it's always Sri Sri Kalya Krishna temple. So, but that Sri Sri is also indicative of Radharani, and it's not in one Sri; it's like two Sris, which saying that Radharani holds a lot of provenance. And that's why in Vrindavan, all the devotees are chanting Radharani's name, saying Radharani. By approaching Radharani, they know that Radharani is not only, she is very compassionate and merciful. It's that love that she has for Krishna is so pure that even a new bhakta, when they come to her feet, she'll say, "This particular devotee is better than me, O Krishna, please accept him." When Radharani recommends, 100% Krishna has to accept. And likewise, the entire Guru parampara that we have, right, leading up to our Guru. If the Guru says, yes, this person, please Krishna, give mercy upon this person, this devotee, on this soul, Krishna will have to give. Why? Because the power of eternity is present with the bhakta, a pure devotee. When they say something, Krishna has to uphold. And Radharani says something, Krishna has to uphold. Because he sold his heart to a pure devotee. He's always in the heart of the pure devotee. Whatever the pure devotee does, Krishna has to accept. Like we see in the case of Amrish Maharaj. When Durvasa Muni, when he created that demon, immediately Sudarshan Chakra, immediately it burned. And then it started chasing Durvasa Muni. And then he had to come back and fall at the feet of Amrish Maharaj. Why? Because, Vishnu says, I am completely under the control of my devotee. In fact, my Sudarshan Chakra is not under my control, is under control of my devotee. He sells himself completely to the devotee. And that's why. And that's the main reason why prema or Krishna prema is not given so easily to everybody. It's so durlabha. It's very, very rarely attained or given. Why? Because Krishna gives himself to that devotee. Whatever the devotee wants, he will do. So obviously, he should be very, very careful, right? So only a pure devotee who has the capacity, Krishna knows that they will not abuse this power. Only to such people, Krishna gives. And the gopis are the epitome. That's why they are the epitome of love, the pure love. And all pure devotees aspire to be in the following in the footsteps of all these gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani. She is called Sarvakanta Shiromani of amongst all the lovers of Krishna. She's the Shiromani, the topmost is our Radharani. And she's also called Govinda Sarvasa, Govinda Nandini. She gives happiness to Krishna. Sarvasa means everything. Everything of Govinda or Krishna is Radharani. In fact, Krishna cries, and in the Man Leela, which happens, Man Leela are the Leelas where Radharani gets it's like transcendental anger towards Krishna. There's a story where some of the her gopis were going, and Krishna was supposed to come, and some of the gopis of Radharani's camp, they get to know that Krishna actually visited Chandravali's camp, and then he got delayed. And then when Radharani got to know about it, she was very upset. So this is like transcendental anger of Radharani, Man Leela. And Radharani doesn't want to see Krishna. And Krishna comes, and then Krishna loves Radharani so much. And then now he wants to enter and then speak to her in her kunj. And Radharani doesn't want to do anything. And then Krishna is so heartbroken, and he's crying and crying and crying. And then Lalita and the gopis of Radharani, Krishna approaches them, and then they say, "What to do now? You come, like dressed as a nice singer with the veena, and then come dressed like a girl, and then you try to perform, and maybe Radharani's mood will change." And that's exactly what Krishna does. He will come dressed as um with a veena, with a gopi dress like a girl, and then he'll start playing the musical instrument, the veena, and it'll be so melodious. It'll be so melodious that Radharani, who's like in a very man state, just by hearing the voice of Krishna. But now Krishna doesn't make the sound like as though he's Krishna, but he would have changed his voice into like a female voice. But yet it'll be so attractive because everything which comes emanates from Krishna, right? It attracts Radharani. Naturally, her mind and heart is just so made that she just feels attraction for Krishna, and her heart melts, and she says, "Oh, this is so wonderful." And then what, one, and then, "What dakshina do you want?" At that time, right, Krishna, who is dressed as a gopi, he will say, "I just want, please give me the dakshina of your love, Radharani, and then please give up this anger." And then she'll start smiling. So like that, they have these beautiful transcendental loving pastimes which happen. So many other, which is just amazing. But here we see in this pastimes, many pastimes are there, but in this particular pastime, how Krishna also is so subservient to Radharani because her love is so pure. And he does whatever it takes to break her man or transcendental anger. And in fact, even that transcendental anger of Radharani, it's not, that she thinks she's so great, and that's why she's doing it. Oh, Krishna's at my feet. It's never like that. Her mood is like, I know how to give the best pleasure to Krishna, to serve him nicely, and I'm not able to do this. Who will serve Krishna better, like that? So her mood is like that. Even when Krishna leaves, all these gopis are crying. They don't want Krishna to leave Vrindavan when he travels to Mathura. And the reason again is not that, oh, I'm losing Krishna's association. Oh, I want to enjoy with Krishna. I want to, be with him, spend time. The gopis are not thinking like that. They're just thinking, we know how to, serve Krishna to his best pleasure. We know how to dance for Krishna. We know how to sing for Krishna. We know how to cook for Krishna. Everything we know. We know exactly what is his taste, how we can serve him. Now, what will he do without us? Oh, he must be suffering without us. So they are thinking in terms of his pleasure. It's not in terms of their pleasure. Their center is always Krishna. Their center is never themselves. So this is the way their consciousness is. It's always thinking about Krishna. So some of these pastimes of me here, right? We think, oh, Radharani is, she must be, she's thinking like she's very great, so much of pride. No, it's never like that. She is, she is most humble, most sweet, and very she has this transcendental man also. She has this humility also, submissiveness also, um, deep love for Krishna. It's a mixture of everything, and that's what makes Radharani so beautiful, so attractive to Krishna. So when we see from this angle and perspective, then all these pastimes become so beautiful, and so clearly we can understand, oh, this is what it is. Otherwise, we'll just think, oh, when a lover went, oh, the beloved's feeling so sad. It's not like that. The object of love and Krishna leaves, the receptacles of love, which is all the gopis, they are feeling from how else, where will they pour their love? How will they shower their love to the object of love, and the object of love goes away? How can they serve? They're missing. They're missing the object of love, which is Krishna. They're missing to serve him. So that is their perspective. So this just shows how, in these verses that we are discussing, circling it back to the Charitamrita, that their joy is to see him happy. When they see Krishna happy, that's when they get nourished. So it is so mutually pure. The relationship is so pure to just see the other person, to see their beloved happy, and that nourishes them. So we can just see how different it is. And when we are also and one more beautiful point of view that I wanted to share today is we see that Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's come to, he's come to experience the, the separation and the love that Radharani feels for Krishna. So when we are chanting each day in the morning, when we are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra also, we can chant in the mood of offering our chanting as a seva to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to relieve him of his separation from Krishna. Just like how Radharani was feeling, he's also feeling separation from Krishna. So to relieve him, we can chant in that mode. So the mantra also, the Hare Krishna mantra, we say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna is Hare is a vocative for Radharani, and Krishna is Krishna himself. So Hare Krishna, Radha and Krishna together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Now there is separation, there is no Radha yet. Then Hare Hare comes. Then Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Again, there is no Krishna again. So you again circle back. So like that, you try to bring Radha and Krishna together when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So we can meditate like that. We're trying to bring them together as a service and as an offering of and with the mood of elevating the separation and the pain that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is feeling. Again, when we understand the great position of Radharani, we'll be able to offer this as a seva where we are trying to bring them together. So in during our chanting, we can think that's the mood. So when we chant, we can chant with the mood of as a seva to bring them together. Because everything that we do, we need to also see our consciousness, be it like raising our kids or serving in the temple, whatever seva. Uh, are we attached to the position or to the seva itself, or are we attached to Krishna? If this changes, is it okay for us? If one of our seva changes, or something is not happening, are we feeling very frustrated? Or if we wish, we can ask ourselves, where is our consciousness? Who are we attached to? Are we attached to the position? Are we attached to the seva, or we are attached to the glorifications that come from this particular seva being done? What are we attached to? If it comes, but if we are attached, if the heart is pure, like the way the gopis heart is just meant for pleasing Krishna, then we can also be also thinking that yes, we should also be attached to Krishna. If it's not this, it's going to be that, and it's fine. Whether this particular seva gives me a lot of recognition, and if I lose it, oh, am I feeling sad? Or if I get some other seva which doesn't give me any recognition, is it, are we still okay? So like that, when we ask ourselves questions, we can understand that are we regressing, or where are we making the mistakes, or where we can fine tune our consciousness to align with what Srila Prabhupada wants, to align with just a simple philosophy. Krishna consciousness is very simple. Always think about Krishna, please him, worship him, and try to make him happy. All of these senses, these hands, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, everything is meant, all these senses actually belong to him only. And we should please him. Rishikesha Rishikena Sevanas. Bhakti Ruchate. That means the pure devotional service means we are using all our senses to serve the master of the senses, and this is pure devotional service. So if that is the aim, then that's the best thing. One of our speakers very nicely in ISKCON, he says, no matter what you're doing, ask, are you coming closer towards Krishna Prema? Otherwise, whatever you're doing, it's just a waste. It's just waste as in it doesn't solve the purpose. If you're going to get sidetracked, like any other sakama with all these other different karmas or desires, then you're losing the whole point, right? You might be winning all the battles, but you're losing the war. So if the aim is like to please Krishna, if the aim is Krishna prema, the beautiful gift that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come so specially in Kali Yuga to give it to us. We should just accept it with all our hands. We do not have any qualification to actually get it. We have no qualification to even to be in Krishna consciousness in this moment. No, we do not have. If you actually look into deep into our hearts, we don't have. But then we've just been given. It's just mercy, mercy from the Guru Parampara, mercy of the Gurus, of our Guru Maharajas, of all the devotees who somehow gave us books, gave us prasad, gave us classes, somehow bought us and mentored us and helped us. It's just their mercy. So that's how we are just a product of mercy. So we can think about it and feel more gratitude in our heart. And again, keep aligning ourselves with what is the goal, and fine tuning our consciousness every time we hear a class, something which strikes our heart. We can just meditate on it like that. Every class that we're doing, of course, is so relishable, and this with this, I think I like to also say some more things, but this point is very nice. Whether there's a small pores which says, "Where is nectar? Where is the actual nectar? Or is it in the ocean? Or if the nectar is present in the ocean, like in the churning of the ocean, milk ocean, but then even the devtas took the nectar, but then the devtas also die. But is it just in the oceans? No, it's not there, because if the ocean water had the nectar, it's still salty. Maybe the nectar is present in the beautiful face of a wife, but no, if it's present, then why does the husband die? So nectar is not present over there. Perhaps in the moon. If the moon had the nectar, then the moon still goes under, it wanes, right? It goes through a period of waning. Waning moon also happens. Then the waxing also happens. So then why does the waning of the moon happen? So there is no nectar over even in the moon. Then where is the nectar? And then they say the nectar is actually present in the Krishna Katha. Krishna Katha has got this real nectar that all souls hanker for. And this nectar flows from the heart of a pure devotee. When you hear their, the words coming out from their mouth, the Krishna Katha, the nectar just flows from the heart out to everybody. So that's where the real nectar is. So the more we relish hearing the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the more we relish hearing our Gurujans in the Guru Paramparas, it's just beautiful. That is where we get our nourishment from. So hearing these beautiful um, verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita, we need to appreciate Radharani's position much more and ask what we can do as a service to them. And this whole thing of how pure is their love for Krishna, like that, how can we bring um, our services to in alignment to that principle of whatever we do, we should be pleasing to Krishna. We should please Krishna with that, with whatever service we are doing. So like that, we can try to again, align our lives, our services with what these verses are teaching. That pure love that the gopis have for Krishna, and yeah. One more other point that I had today was how Radha Ashtami happens on the, Ashtami is eighth day. Krishna Ashtami also happens on the eighth day, right? So when God Purnima happens, it is Purnima, which is, sun is, the moon is there, full moon, Purnima, right? So that's like on the 16th. So when Gada comes, he is the combination of Radha and Krishna, right? So he takes the, he when he comes, it's then 16th. So like Jamashtami is on the eighth day of the moon, Ashtami. Then we have Radhashtami on the eighth day. So together, 8 plus 8 is 16. That's the Purnima, is when Gauranga Mahaprabhu comes. And when Gadadhar Prabhu comes, because Gauranga has taken off all that love, he comes to experience that. Gadadhar Pandit, when he comes on Amavasya. So even when these beautiful, when Radha, Krishna, Gaura, Gadadhar Pandit, when they're all taking their, when they are descending over here on this earth, to just perform their pastimes. Every little thing, if you would just see the nuances, it just circles back to the philosophy again. And it's just beautiful how they are even their the birth dates, the then birthday, the day when their appearance days. We can just see so much of nuances are there. Again, it just shows how Gaurang Mahaprabhu is a combination of Radha and Krishna. We can meditate upon him. It is his by only Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy ultimately that we can, you know, we can actually attain God, the Krishna Prema. Because approaching Radha or approaching Krishna alone doesn't work. Some people just approach Krishna alone, and that's not correct because, as I explained previously, Shakti should always be worshipped with the Shaktiman. Shaktiman alone is not. By just worshipping Krishna, you can just become a Brahmavadi and then get liberation, and then maybe merge into the effulgence of Krishna. But you can never get bhakti. Bhakti can only be done, can be obtained when you're worshipping Radha Krishna together. So that's also another point where it enlightens, where it shows the wonderful position of Radharani and how we need to accept her and how we need to pray to her. By praying to her, we get her mercy and we get Krishna's mercy too eventually. So with this, I'd like to end, put a pause to my class today. if there's any questions, corrections, thoughts, anything that you want to say, share, please feel free to like unmute and then speak to your devotees. Thank you so much for your kind attentions and patience. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Any questions, comments, anything which you want to, any points which you would like to expand upon or comment?
Mataji, it's a nice class. You have explained very well. It's a nectar to hear all those things.
Glories to Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanma Pranama goes to Prabhupada. Very nice class, Mataji. Amazing, amazing class. As you were described so well, it feel like all the scenes are going in front of us. So detailed and so nice and so nectarian to hear from you. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. The only thing that I can say is that your consciousness is like that, Mataji. You are very much absorbed, like anything you see, you hear, your all the scenes will happen, everything. You heard that. That's just your
the way you said, very nice.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your kind association.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would any of you like to share any points that you liked, so that will enrich the whole class, and then other devotees can also kind of meditate upon that point. It's good for you and it's good for others also to hear from you. Any point that you liked.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice Mataji, very sweet nectar. Yeah, as usual. Thank you so much, Mataji.
All the gopis and all the devotees, Gurujans, that I was collecting all the information today for the class. So beautiful. While doing this research for today's class, I was just feeling like, wow, how wonderful is this?
I know.
What good fortune we have to even understand all this, right? And it's just that Adi Leela chapter 4, it's just 4th chapter. So much is given, right? Beautiful.
Yeah. We are so fortunate, Mataji. We got this treasure. I always feel every moment, because outside world we are seeing like people are suffering like anything. Even we have problems in life, but still it's like umbrella, right?
Yes,
Protect us from all these sorrows and all that. Wonderful. We are really, really blessed.
So when you said umbrella, no, I just remembered this. You know, the feet of Krishna, it's just like an umbrella. And umbrella, usually outside umbrella in the material world, when you're holding umbrella, right, it'll protect from the rain, correct?
Yeah, but his feet are like umbrella. Oh, very
the feet of Krishna,
nice.
umbrella, when standing under the feet of Krishna, it is still how does it rain? But this so the feet of Krishna is this umbrella, and under which you're still experiencing the raindrops of sweetness. So it's from the Shastras actually. So it's so beautiful, right? That analogy. Every time I see the feet, because you said umbrella, I just remember.
Very nice, Mataji. I like that. Beautiful.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams. Very beautiful class, Mataji. Very sweet. Nectar about Radha Rani. I have a question, Mataji, if time permits. Quick one. You mentioned about the difference, Mataji Chandravali thinking versus Radha Rani thinking, that one thinks Krishna, I am Krishna's, another thing Krishna belongs to me versus I belong to Krishna. Mataji, can you please explain how do we understand that the two statements, Krishna belong to me or I belong to Krishna?
Yeah, that's very nice. It's a very small, very, very intricate nuance that you picked up. Very nice, Mataji. That's true. So one group thinks that I belong to Krishna. I belong to Krishna means that group is like the right wing. Whatever Krishna says, they are very submissive. And the whole idea of Chandravali's group and Radharani's group, and Radharani's group is like the leftist. Chandravali's group is the right wing, left wing gopis. Okay, so Chandravali's group says, whatever Krishna wants, I will do it. And I'm so, their mood is, I'll do anything for Krishna. And so they say, I belong to Krishna. But Radharani's group is like, Radharani has that man and all that, that feeling. And she says, Krishna, you belong to me. So it's like a little more elevated, right? That feeling of just that, but that doesn't negate the fact that she feels that she's Krishna's. Of course she is. In fact, it's like Iki Atma, Iki Atma, Dui body, like two bodies. They're like only same single soul, but then there are two bodies just to experience the different leelas or enjoy the leelas. So that's the reason why they are eternally two. The divinity is only one, but then they're eternally into two as male and female just to enjoy pastimes. So that you need to understand. So, but Radharani says, as a left wing gopi, she says, Krishna, you're mine. So, sometimes if she's, she's in a man mood, Krishna will be very submissive. He'll come and then he will, try to, he will definitely make sure that she will let go of her anger. And she will also let go of her anger. And then she'll again love Krishna and hug him. And then, everything is nice. So that is the difference where one is saying, I belong to you, I'll do whatever you want. And they're scared to make Krishna angry, the right wing gopis. But left wing gopis, Radha doesn't mind if he does something not okay, she gets upset. And then Krishna will come and say, I'm so sorry, I'll never do this to you. And again, he'll do, because that's their pastimes, it's just loving pastimes. It's very sweet. It's not like anything. There's no grudges that they're having, or they don't have any ill feeling. It's just like sweet pastimes. It's complete nectar. They're enjoying it. When she gets angry, Krishna is so happy, and she knows that my anger will make Krishna happy. So like that. So it's very different mode. The left wing and the right wing gopis, and Krishna loves Radharani. So she is the topmost. So that mood of Krishna, you are mine. She has it.
Nice. Very nice, Mataji. Yeah, thank you for explaining. Yeah, that helps. Hare Krishna.
And we chant also, we can also say Mataji. And in fact, when we stand in front of the deities, oh Krishna, I am yours, my Lord. Please, please accept me. Oh Radharani, please accept me. We can pray like that every time we come in front of the Lord. In fact, Lord Rama says, even once, if a devotee says that, oh Lord Ram, from today I am yours, I will give him, I will award him fearlessness. So from that particular day, from the moment he says that, I'll be there to take care of him and I'll award fearlessness. Because in this material world, we are all fearful of our future. What will happen? What will happen? And that just increases so much of stress hormones and so many things, so much of problem, material condition soul goes through, because basically about the future, it's either our thoughts are in the future or in the past. So usually past is over sometimes. What can you fix? You just regret about it. But the future, oh, what will happen? There is fear. But then when you say, Lord, I am yours, the Lord is there to take care. He'll award fearlessness, just like Nrsimhadev. He awards fearlessness. So when we say to the Lord, Lord, from today I'm yours, please accept me. All the past sins that we have done, Krishna will adjust. But when we lax upon it, in the sense like we just say, and then Krishna is there to protect us, and then we are doing something, when we do something mistake, then he will give it back to us. You're getting it, right? He will give it so that we'll again become serious. Because sometimes, unless we are in that kind of situation, because we are like a small child, we'll say to the child, hey child, do eat whatever you want, and then the child is not going to always eat healthy stuff. We need to be this, hey, not this, take it. And then the mother will take away the sweets and all those other things, and then make sure that they'll eat their rice and dal chapatis, and then they'll give, right? Like that. Same thing with Krishna. For a pure devotee, he'll put a buffet and say, go eat whatever. Pure devotee knows exactly what to eat, what not to, what they should do, what they should not do. They know, because they love Krishna. Their heart and soul is Krishna. But for a sadhaka, even when we say it, we should not think that, hey, I told Krishna, I'm yours. Now what happened? Again, some problem came. The reason is there is still some purification that needs to be done. We still have some unwanted things in the heart, and it has to be removed. And it's called tough love. It is love only. Whatever Krishna does for us, it's his kindness and it is love. Sometimes it is tough love. Why? Because we are so stubborn, so like that. So it's nice, Mataji. Everything is nice about Krishna. Krishna consciousness is nice and Krishna protects us. He loves us. There's nobody like him, Mataji. There is no other shelter other than Krishna. So we can also say, hey Krishna, I'm yours. It's very sweet mood. And then whatever he does with us, we need to accept it. It is his love only for us. And then why he's giving that love? To make us come close to him, because that is our desire, right? So that's how it is.
Nice. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, very nice explanation. Thank you so much. And happy Vijayadashmi. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you, Matajis and Prabhujis. I think most everybody, all of you spoke today, and then, you gave your insights, questions, and thank you so much. I really appreciated all your wonderful thoughts, questions, and comments. Thank you, dear devotees. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm so grateful to all of you. It's because of you that I was able to, do a little more, whatever, going through research and using my time properly. So I'm so, so grateful to you for this opportunity to purify myself. Thank you, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. I think with
Hare
this,
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
thank you, thank you. So, Nisha Prabhu, I think we can end this call now.
If he's busy, Mataji, we can do Vaishnava prayers.
Okay.
Pancha Kalpatara.
Yatya kripa sindhu
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo
Veyo Namo Nama.
Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai.
Jai. Caitanya Charitamrita ki jai.
Jai.
Krishnadas Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Shri
Jai.
Jai Guru Maharaj ki jai. All the acharyas ki jai.
Jai.
So what do we do? We just end the call now, Mataji?
Yes.
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 All right.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.